Find your fuel. Find what drives you. Find what makes you want to get up every day and do something for yourself. Find that fuel. Find that gasoline to get you moving. I've always wanted to be somebody with some type of significance in the world. Someone that maybe dresses nice, someone that has that athletic, lean, muscular body, someone that has money. I think we all want some part of those three things I've said. I've wanted many different things, is what I'm trying to say. But for me, it got to a point where I wanted and wanted and wanted, but I never really had any desire to go after it. I wanted it very badly, and I could have said that I really wanted to go after it. I could have learned how to do it. I could have learned how to get nice clothing, learn how to dress, learn how to make money, learn how to get that aesthetic physique, that lean physique. But wanting really isn't enough, especially not in today's world. What I needed was that fuel. I needed that fuel. You're like a car. You need gasoline to be able to move. As much as you're the car that wants to get to said destination, as much as you want to get from point A to point B, you won't get there without gas. You might be able to get people to push your car along the way, but they're only going to get you so far. They're only going to push your car so far. It gets to a point where you need to get that gasoline. And it's not easy at all. But what I can tell you is that it's very simple. So my fuel, well, at least part of my fuel is my family. Now, I've said this in the past, but my family, my entire family, is from a country called Haiti. Haiti is a very small country. It is a very powerful country, even though it is small. But this country has endured so much hardship, so much trouble, so much problems. My parents, they didn't live the best life. They didn't live the greatest life that they could have lived. And with this, I was born. I was brought into this world. They missed out on so many things, sacrificing themselves to get me, one, to be born in the United States, and two, for me to have a life here, for me to have a good enough life where I can create, where I can do, where I can act. I'm a very fortunate person. Regardless of my circumstances of being from a town that isn't a rich town, I have a bed to sleep on. I live in a pretty safe neighborhood, I would say. And I'm just blessed with a lot of things. I have a phone right here that I'm recording this video on. And my fuel is helping my family get the things that they deserved. For all of the hardship that they went through, trying to get me what I want, trying to get me to live a good life. I feel like it's only right that I get them to live a good life too. So your fuel can really be anything. It could be anything that you think of. But the factor that makes the fuel, good gasoline, is that it strikes some type of emotion in you. I feel a certain type of emotion when I realize how bad my parents had it, how tough it was for them, and how much better their lives could have been had they have a better life, better money, better clothing, better health, better everything. And while they couldn't go for that because they had me, it's my duty to be able to get that for them, to pay them back in a sense. So if what you want is to dress better, if what you really desire, what you really crave is to look better, if what you really want is to have money, even though some of these may be superficial, for you to get these things, you need to have a deep emotional switch. You need something that just flicks a switch in you, that just makes your emotions drive you towards said thing. Your fuel must become a deeply rooted emotional feeling. As human beings, we are emotional. If you lay these emotions to the side, then we are just robots. So use these emotions to your advantage. Instead of complaining about, oh, this went wrong, oh, this went bad, this makes me sad. You're crying, you're bawling your eyes out, you're screaming your lungs out. Instead of doing that, use that deep, strong emotion to drive you and propel you towards your goals, to fuel you so you could drive towards your dreams. So back to the analogy from earlier with the car. Yes, you may have people to push your car along the way, but you need to find the right fuel. You need to find the good type of gasoline that will push your car the farthest it can go. And you're not going to find this from some random gas station along the road. You're going to have to find this gas from the best gas station possible. Now, that may not make sense in that example anymore, but it's going to make more sense in your life. You need that fuel to push you to where you want to get to. Because without getting that car to that destination, you will always feel lack. With this lack, you will always tell yourself, did I do enough? Could I have done enough? Should I have done enough? You're going to have a lot of regret, a lot of sadness, a lot of disappointment within yourself. You're always going to think that you could have done more, that you didn't live up to your full potential. And all of this roots from you not finding your fuel. Like I said earlier, it's very simple. Yes, it's difficult. But when you break it down like this, it makes no sense not to try to find your fuel. And it makes all the more sense to hunt, look, and find your fuel. So I'll end you with this. Are you going to end up as the car stuck in the road? No way to get to point B. You're stuck in the middle. Or are you going to be the car that finds your gas, that finds your fuel? Are you going to find that fuel that propels you past point B? It takes you to point C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. It takes you so far, you wouldn't even imagine you getting to that point simply from finding your fuel. So you make the decision, and I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.